Good morning, students. This is your teacher Neela Bhailawat, and today we'll start with the next chapter, that is our chapter number 7, Evolution. Students, I hope you are enjoying your studies while sitting at home, because this is the first and could be the last experience, isn't it? Because coronavirus is really taking to nerves. So, dear students, we'll start with the chapter. So, I hope you have your books and notebooks ready. Are you ready, everyone? Okay, let's start. Now, first of all, as we start, we need to understand what does the term evolution means. So, evolution simply means change in the inherited characteristics of biological populations over successive generations. Generally, students, I give the example of computers. How many of you have seen computers? Yes. Have you seen the old computers? They used to be very much bigger in size. But as the technology has advanced, the computers, they have become greatly advanced. They have become small in size. The memory has improved, isn't it? And now their functions are very quick ones. They are quicker in their function, the analysis capacity, isn't it? So, we can say the computers have evolved, they have undergone modification, and now they have become better. Same happens in the living organisms also. If we look at the human population, our ancestors, they used to live in the forest. Slowly and gradually they adapted themselves to the environment. Then they started cultivating wheat, rice, isn't it? And they became better adapted to the situations. So evolution simply means a small, you can say, gradual modification in a population, and because of those changes they become better adapted to the environment. And the evolutionary processes they give rise to diversity, because every organism adapts to the environment depending upon its capacity. So the evolutionary processes, they give rise to the diversity, right, at every level of the biological organization. That is your species. I hope you remember we have talked about the taxonomy categories, the species, isn't it? Family, genera, order, class. So the evolutionary processes, they are occurring at each stage of those taxonomic categories, right? And resulting in species or individual organisms, and the bringing about changes in the DNA and the proteins also. Now, how do we say that life has originated on Earth? Right? There are a number of theories that are famous regarding the origin of life, how life originated on the Earth. We have no concrete facts, but yes, experimentally we can support a few theories and have been done so. So let's come to talk about the origin of life. If we talk about the universe, it is believed that the universe is approximately 20 billion years old. Means if today we count as a present day, then the universe was formed around 20 billion years ago. And at that point of time, it included huge clusters of galaxies, right? It has cluster of galaxies which contain stars and clouds made up of dust and the gas. The Big Bang theory explains that the origin of life started with an explosion. Okay, the Big Bang theory has suggested that there was an explosion that occurred in the universe, and because of that explosion, the origin of universe started. And as the universe expanded, because of the explosion, the universe expanded, the temperature decreased, hydrogen and helium gases were formed sometime later. So there were an explosion in the universe, okay, and then it started expanding because of that explosion. Then the temperature was decreased and hydrogen and helium gases were formed. And these gases, under the gravitational force, then they formed the galaxies which we know today, the Milky Way or the Andromeda galaxy that we are familiar with. So the condensation of those gases resulted in the formation of your galaxies under the gravitational force. As I told you, in our solar system we have the Milky Way galaxy, and it is supposed that it was formed around 4.5 billion years ago. Right, everyone? So our galaxy, it was supposed to be formed at around 2.5 billion years ago. Now coming to the Earth, it has been believed that Earth was also formed around 4.5 billion years ago. And when it was formed, it has water vapor, methane, ammonia, carbon dioxide. These were released from the molten mass. Okay, these were released from the molten mass. The UV rays from the sun, they broke the water into hydrogen and oxygen. So there was water present, right? There was water vapor, there was water present, and when the sun rays, the UV rays, when then fell on the surface of the water, it was broken into hydrogen and oxygen. And the lighter gas, that is your hydrogen, is a lighter gas, it escaped from the surface, while the carbon dioxide, it combined with other compounds to form the water and carbon dioxide again, or it would have formed methane, ammonia. So what is the age of the Earth, dear students? It is approximately 4.5 billion years ago. And when it was formed, it contained water vapor, methane, carbon dioxide and ammonia. And these were released from the molten mass that was covered by the surface of the Earth. And UV rays cause the splitting of water into hydrogen and oxygen. Hydrogen escaped into the space, while oxygen, it combined with other compounds and formed other substances and formed methane, ammonia, water and carbon dioxide. Now as the water vapor cooled, as I said, water vapor was present. So as the water vapor cooled, this water vapor fell in the form of rain. Okay, and it filled the depressions which were present on the surface of the Earth. Means जो गड्ढे अर्थ के surface पर मौजूद थे, जब वाटर वेपर कूल डाउन हुआ तो वो रेन की फॉर्म में इट फेल ऑन द सर्फेस ऑफ द अर्थ and it formed oceans in the water bodies like lakes and rivers. And from the oxygen, the ozone layer was formed. Right? From the oxygen, which layer was formed? Ozone layer was formed. And the life started appearing around 500 million years ago. So your Earth was formed around 4.5 billion years ago, and life only started appearing about 500 million years ago, after the formation of the Earth. Okay, so life originated after the formation of the Earth, approximately 500 million years after the formation of the Earth. Now there are many theories regarding the origin of life. This concept has been very, very interesting one. There are a number of scientists who gave their own concept, own theories to propose how life would have been originated on the surface of the Earth. The very few important ones we'll be discussing here. The very first theory was the theory of special creation. Then the theory of panspermia or cosmozoic theory. Third is the theory of spontaneous generation. And the last and the most important, theory of chemical evolution. So we'll be discussing each one of them separately. Now let's start with the first, that is theory of special creation. The theory of special creation, it was suggested by some conventional religious literature people, and they said that God, as according to which they said the God, the supernatural power, he created the earth, light, plants and animals. So earth was created by the God, and this theory has suggested three views. First, it says that all living organisms that we see today, they were existing since then. जितने भी organisms आज मौजूद हैं, जितने भी plants हैं, animals हैं, they were present as such, they were formed as such by the God. And secondly, the diversity of life forms, the different kinds of plants and animals, they were as born, they were as today. So they are always the same since the creation and would remain same in the future. Means God ने इतनी ही variety बनाई थी, इतनी ही आज है और इतनी ही हमेशा रहेगी. And they believe that Earth is around 4,000 years old. So according to them, the Earth is around 4,000 years old. The age of the Earth is 4,000 years. And all these ideas which was suggested by the with special theory, this theory is called theory of special creation, right? So as per these people who believed in this concept, the theory of special creation, right? This theory greatly changed into the 19th century. And why it changed? Because of the concept of Charles Darwin. Charles Darwin said that the existing life forms share similarities, right? The existing life forms, the existing individual organisms, they share similarities with each other to various degrees. And they also are similar to those life forms which had existed earlier millions of years ago. तो जो आज हमारे इंडिविजुअल्स ऑर्गेनिजम्स ज़मीन पर मौजूद हैं, उनमें कुछ कहीं ना कहीं वो एक दूसरे से सिमिलर हैं और वो उनसे भी सिमिलर हैं जो हज़ारों साल पहले अर्थ पर एग्जिस्ट करते थे, राइट? बिकॉज ड्यूरिंग द एवोल्यूशन ऑफ द अर्थ, as the earth has aged, some of the organisms they have become extinct. कुछ organisms हैं जो वक्त के साथ ख़त्म हो गए हैं, जैसे कि डायनासोर्स, isn't it? They are considered to be the few species that have existed along with the evolution of the earth. The second theory that is again considered very important is the theory of panspermia or cosmozoic theory, right? The scientists, those who believe in this theory, says that life has come on the earth from the other planet. As per them, the people who believe in panspermia, they say that suppose this is your earth, right? This is your earth. I have shown it diagrammatically. So life existed somewhere else in the galaxy, in the universe, and then this life reached to earth. So life is not created on the earth, it has come on the surface of the earth. And the earlier Greek philosophers, they thought that these units they were called as spores or pansperms. They might have come on the surface of the earth along with the meteorites. उनका ऐसा मानना है कि जो हमारी पृथ्वी है, पृथ्वी पर लाइफ एग्जिस्ट नहीं करती थी, लाइफ कहीं यूनिवर्स में थी और धीरे धीरे ये लाइफ अर्थ पर आई और स्पोर्स की फॉर्म में पहुंची और जैसे जैसे मीटियोराइट्स हमारे सरफेस ऑफ अर्थ पर गिरे, वो मीटियोराइट्स के साथ आई है. सो थ्योरी ऑफ पेन्सपर्मिया, एंड दे कॉल these spores as pansperms. That is why we call this theory as panspermia. So we have discussed two theories today, isn't it, students? So you will complete this topic, you will make notes of this topic in your notebook, and then you will go through a little bit of introduction in these two theories which are given on the page number 126 and 127, right everyone? So you will read it and you will underline the important points. You will try to make some questions if possible from this particular paragraph or the pages, right everyone? And you'll complete the notes in your notebook. Okay, so that's all for today. Bye everyone.